nickname is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. No, this video is not a tutorial. It is another palette update. I have makeup on my shirt from the palette. It's another palette update. If you are new to my channel, my name is Nikki, and every so often I do I wouldn't call it a first impressions because I've had some of these palettes for a while, but it's like instead of doing the first impressions on a palette that I get, I use it for a while and then give you my opinions on the palette instead of first impressions and then I tell you, oh, I like it, and then I'm just like, I changed my mind a month later, you know. So, enough talking, let's get into this palette. Now, this particular palette isn't one that I show on my channel often. It's not a brand I show on my channel often, but that's neither here nor there. I haven't liked any of the stuff that they've come out with lately, so this is why. The last thing that I liked from this brand is what I bought, and that is the NIKKIE Tutorials and Too Faced collaboration palette. When I bought this, I bought the whole bundle. Yes, I've had this for a while, and I didn't start using it until I got into makeup, actually. I bought it before I got into makeup, and I bought it because I really like NIKKIE Tutorials, and I'm like, I want to support her because, you know, she's cool, so I bought it. Didn't start using it until I started my YouTube channel, which was almost 2 years ago. And, that being said, let's dive into this palette, the Power of Makeup. This is what it looks like. Well, obviously, gone. And I used this one. But this one wasn't really used by me, I'm going to be honest. One of my friends, she would come and do her makeup, and she used this color because she was lighter than me, but she only liked the single shadow here to make it look a little smoky. So that's like, yeah, not gonna lie. I did use these, however. So what I used was the I Will Always Love You blush, and like highlighter blush. It was like a 2-in-1 because it was very shimmery. I have yet to touch the Justify My Love. I think it's too late for me, so I haven't touched it. Then I definitely used the Champagne Truffle highlighter. Definitely used this bronzer. I know you're thinking like, it's too light for you, isn't it? Actually, it wasn't at the time, but now the way I do it, it's too late for me now, but that's okay. When I first bought this palette, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I can't wait to use it. Didn't use it when I first got it. I used the liner that came with the bundle and the glitter. I used the glitter a lot. Swatch some of these shades. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This shade, way too light for me. Too light, don't work. This pink shade, I don't really like it. Like, it's pretty on my finger. It looks like a highlight. But when I put it on, like even when you blend it out, it looks like a highlight. When I put it on my lids, it disappears. So there's that. The only shades that have worked for me are the ones that have impressions in them. And that would be the silver shade, which is Frosted Yum. So that's this one. That's what that looks like. The gold shade, of course, Irresistible. This metallic navy blue with a like green reflect Mystic Hour. And the purple shade, Wham Bam. So these shades worked for me and I liked them a lot. Pretty sure I like Wham Bam the most. It's my first favorite purple shade ever. And then the silver shade is great. The black for me was too patchy. So I avoided that. I only used the black when I first started doing Halloween looks. That's what they look like. Swatched on the back of my hand. You can barely see the gold. So congratulations. Yeah, I can't really try that one more time. Irresistible. Yeah, nope, that's like 2 layers, and I don't know if you can, oh, there it goes, a little bit. But this black on my lids, like when you swatch it, it's great. On the lids, it's very patchy, there's creasing, it disappeared. So, that being said, aside from me hitting pan on these 3 things clearly by myself, didn't hit pan on that one by myself, but these 3, which was the like blush highlighter type deal, the bronzer and the highlighter, these shadows aren't the best. They're not the best. If you have this palette, let me know if it worked for you, because a lot of these shades didn't work for me. The black is absolutely horrible. I think this is the first palette that I ever purchased that I'm just disappointed in the eyeshadows. I liked the complexion and face parts. That's great. But the eyeshadows, aside from the 4 that I swatched, and there are how many? There are 9 shades. I only liked 4 shades. 9 out of 9, I only liked 4. A little less than half, because obviously half of 9 is 4.5, but whatever. And that's sad, because I think this palette was kind of expensive, and then the bundle, yeah, I think this is the first palette in my collection where I was like, Like, I could have just bought this part. I know that sounds really crappy because I do love NIKKIE tutorials, or like, not love her, I like her. And I was just really sad, and I don't see too many people talk about this palette or use this palette, or like when it was introduced, I saw it everywhere. And that's what inspired me to get it too, because it's like, oh, that person likes it, that person likes it, that person likes it. I should really get it. Then I got it, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like this particular palette is not melanin friendly. And I know people are like, but the dark shades, that black is crappy. Okay, I'm just be real and be 100. The black is crappy. It's crappy as crap. And like I said, the shade Painkiller, this one, too light for me. This one like completely disappears. This Ivy shade, not for me. And it's not even a good white. It's the like. It's not like, and then there's like some weird thing stuck in there. Can you see that? It was like that when I bought it, and I don't know what it is. So it makes me scared to even use the shade because I don't know what that is. But yeah, like, it's not the best white. It was also patchy. The 4 shades that I swatched on the back of my hands are the only ones that worked for me in terms of the eyeshadows. They're the only ones that I liked. Now, the blushes, except for, well, not the pink one, because obviously that's too light for me. But the I Will Always Love You blush, the Champagne Truffle highlighter, and the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I liked that. Would I have recommended this palette, or if you could still buy it, will I recommend it? If you're lighter than me, go for it. If you're my complexion or darker, no. Just no. And that's it for this palette update. It was shorter than my other ones only because I feel like I would have a lot of negative stuff to say, and I know people like Too Faced. I like Too Faced, but that palette, like, I don't wanna come off as just hating it, or hating Too Faced, or hating NIKKIE tutorials, because that's not it. That particular palette was just, and I know, like, the formulas on the shadows have changed a lot, so there's not that much, well, sometimes there's not a lot of creasing, but the black shade, crappy. Ivy, gone. The pink shade, I forgot the name, but gone. Other than the 4 shades that I swatched, the other 5 is just a no. And the pink blush, the light, it was too light for me, so I literally only was able to use the other one, which is why it was completely gone, and I hit pan. So yeah, that is it for this palette update. I am sorry if anyone finds this video offensive, because I be getting some comments whenever I say something is not melanin friendly in my spam, because I do have blocked words, so it winds up in the spam files, and people are just like, that's racist, you shouldn't have said that, that's rude. I'm like, I'm not trying to be racist or rude or anything. It's, if I feel like something ain't gonna work for people of color, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that right there, no. Just no. And actually anybody, because the black was crappy, so the black wouldn't work for anybody. It sucked. The black sucked so bad. It sucked so, like, it's making me angry. Anyway, that's it for this video. I will see you all maybe tomorrow for a new look, but definitely Friday for Face Charge Friday. So that being said, bye.